Thank you so much for joining me for this video. For those of you who don't know me, I am Nina and I write the hssfeed.com, and it is a blog about happiness, success, and style. I am so excited to be partnering with Metier de Beaute today. They're one of my favorite beauty brands, and we are working together to show you how to create an easy, polished, everyday makeup look, which is what I already have done right now. It's an easy and neutral look that you can do in about 10 minutes, and it will make you feel beautiful and confident and ready to take on your day. So here's how you do it. Let's get started. I'm going to pull some of my crazy hair out of the way. So the first step in this is actually the last step in my skincare routine, and that is this Povierge Radiant Serum. It is something that I've started to use in my routine probably over the last few months. I think it's only been out like 6 months or so. It's one of their newer products, and it's really, really, really nice. I use it as a primer basically when I do my makeup, so it's really only a daytime product for me. What it does is it adds, like it says, some radiance, it adds some glow, but it has some treatment in it as well, so it helps with fine lines and wrinkles, and it's just overall brightening. So let me show you what that, I already have some on, but I'll show you what it looks like. See, it's got a little sort of tint to them, and you just brush on, and I think you can actually put this on over your makeup too, if you need a little refresh during the day. So that's that. And then I do my foundation, and I am using the Afterglow foundation in shade 1, which is the lightest shade because, as you can see, I am pretty pale. I actually don't tan at all anymore. Just try to stay out of the sun. So I just dot it on my hand like that. And then I actually use the Metier brush as well. This brush is sort of a buffing brush. It's a little different than what I'm used to as a foundation brush. But what I like about it is that it doesn't streak at all. And I think that's really helpful for sort of makeup novices like myself, or people who can, be in a quick hurry, and it works well for me. Okay. So the foundation has a little bit of a dewy glow to it, and for me, I feel like it helps me look a little more awake, which I always need. So I just rub that in a little bit. It's got a really nice finish. It's really soft. It's it doesn't feel heavy. It wears well throughout the day, and it also it's just brightening. I just really I'm a huge fan, and that's the newer formulation of the foundation as well. Then I do my eyes, and like I said, this look is just everyday, really, really subtle, and almost like a no makeup look. So I use just the cream eyeshadow base, and mine is in Pearl, as you can see, and it's just creamy. It's a creamy nude, and all I'm doing this is just to add a little bit of, again, brightness on my eyelid. I go up to my brow as well, just so that it's something. Gets rid of the redness on your eyelid. So, see if get my contact too messed up on there. And if you're doing shadow, which I'm not going to do today, this is just a great base for that. It helps your shadow stay all day. It doesn't crease, and it's a really smooth feeling product. So it's one that you can wear alone or with other things. So after that, I am going to do my brows, and this color I'm using is called Brunette. I used to never do my brows, and I thought just because I have dark hair, dark brows, kind of a bigger eyebrow just in general, that I didn't need to. But then someone showed me that how much better I looked when I do them, and now I don't leave the house without my brows done. So I just fill in, and I start a little bit there, and I try to do mine a little bit more toward the end. Fill my little brow tails, or whatever you call them. I just feel like if you're not going to do a lot of makeup, adding a nice brow, like a good strong brow, just is nice. Is a great feature to have. So, and it takes 2 seconds. It makes a huge impact and takes just no time. So then you just brush them out, and I brush mine up, try to add even more fullness to it. And this little brush on the end here is nice. So there we go. Got some brows. See, I think that makes a huge difference for me. So then, under eyes. I always have dark circles. I don't get a lot of sleep, as anybody with young kids knows. So this is the highlighting pen, and mine is in shade 1 again, because I'm a little pale. It's light, so you click it up on the bottom, like that. And this I'm going to use to just brighten up my under eye. I'm going to actually get a little help with this here. A little more. And I suppose at this point you could also probably use a beauty blender if you're good with that. I am not, so I don't use one. But this, it again brightens. It's a highlighter, so I'm going to use it in another way too, but you'll see that in a second. So there, even that helps a lot. That is not concealer, so now we're going to go to concealer, and this is the Pouvier's Corrector, and my shade is Cool for this one. And if you saw my other video, I do this little concealer trick, if you will, and I put a little dot on my hand, and I mix it with a serum or like an eye cream. The Metier eye cream actually works really well with this because it's got some illumination in it, and I mix those together to make a little bit more liquidy consistency. So it's like that. You see and there I do all under my eye, up to my lash line. And this concealer actually has some of that corrector treatment in it as well, so it's helps with anti-aging and wrinkles, and I like doing the combination because I feel like it adds a little more moisture under your eyes. It really lasts all day. I don't ever have to reapply when I do this, which is really nice. So that is bright. I look more awake, thankfully. I do let that dry for a second because the consistency is really light, so and liquidy. But then I'd set it, and this is the setting and brightening powder, and my shade is Refresh. So I just get that on my brush. I've also used my finger for this too, but I have a brush today. The last time I did this, I think I forgot my brush. So there. Bright, awake, clear. So then finishing touches on face. I do bronzer, and my shade is Sun-Kissed, and as you can see, I like this one. I don't really know how to contour, so I just kind of do a little bit like in the corners of my forehead, down my nose, in the hollows of my cheeks, and then along my jawline. That little brush at the end is for fun. So then, blush. This is a pretty new product. This is the Crème Fresh Tint, and you can use this on cheeks and lips. My shade is Mystique. And if you look at this online, like on the Neiman Marcus website, which I've linked below, it actually looks purple. But in real life, it looks like this. And this is it's, again, really smooth, soft. It does have a little stick to it, so you don't need too much. But for this, like I just do a little bit, just to add some flush to my cheeks. there's that. And then I'm going to come back in with my highlighter. And I do that, let's see, kind of above, just above where I put the blush. And I just dot that on, just for lift, for brightening, all in that area. Finally, mascara. I have mentioned before I use the Rodan & Fields Lash Serum, and I've been very happy with that. And this is the Precision Lash Extreme Mascara. That's it, I promise. And it's just in black. It's lengthening for volume. It's a great, great mascara. So, just going to curl my lashes. I always curl my lashes, even if like a mascara says it'll help with curl. I still like to do it. So that's what the brush looks like. And then I just work at the base and then kind of shimmy it up. And I know lashes are such a thing right now, and I'm totally on board with that. Like a little lash drama is good for me. And I will do 2 coats of this. So, I'm going to shimmy it up. Yeah, I'll do 2 coats on each eye. There. So you can see good length, a little drama, good for every day. And for lips, this is the very last thing. I use the Hydra Plump Lip Serum, which is something I use morning and night, or just throughout the day, because it's a good one. This is what the applicator looks like. And it really does, it helps give your lips a little bit more volume. So I never mind a little extra lip, lash, and hair volume. So I get that on, and then I will bring back the Mystique Crème Fresh Tint and do that over it on my lips. So that is it. That's an easy, everyday look, polished and put together. So when you are running errands or chasing your kids, or just want to look put together when you didn't have a lot of time, I think this is a great way to do it. And I hope you will try some of these products and enjoy. Thank you for tuning in.